Hi, I'm Jeremy Shear, and we're here shooting the show today at Ambience HR and Laser Center. Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of Strictly Business. Jeremy, thank you for coming on. I want to thank Ambience HR for letting us shoot the episode here. This is Corey Vetteramo getting ready for The Apprentice. And I'm Alfonso Santinello, and welcome to the show. We're going to go right into our hot topics. The first one, Target is starting to sell the iPad. They announced that they're going to start selling them Sunday, October 3rd. You can currently only buy the iPads at the Apple Store and Best Buy. I don't know how well it's going to do with Target. Target's demographic isn't so much people are going to spend the $600 to $800 for the iPad. It's more so the people who are looking to save a dollar or two. I don't know how well they're going to sell at Target.
I don't know. I think Target's a one-stop shop, so I think they have such a broad audience that trusts Target as a retailer, and people are going to go to Target and trust that they're getting a good product, even though it has the Apple name brand. So, I don't know. I feel as though people are going to buy through Target rather than going to Apple and feeling intimidated or, you know, not ready to make that commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus because the iPad's selling so well, it's selling so quickly that, you know, Target's hoping that, hey, maybe we can get in some of this. And with, you know, like you said with the Apple Store, it's, you kind of get pushed into getting certain things that you maybe not want. But when you're in a Target, you can get whatever you want, pick it up, and then just go to the checkout.
Yeah, and you might feel more comfortable asking a Target employee rather than somebody who works at Apple. You can tell I'm totally on board with this. I'm like going to Target.
You are Miss Target, yeah.
I'm sleeping over October 2nd.
Camping out in front of Target.
Gotta get one.
Well, you gotta think, like, they're gonna be launching a whole new iPad, so they might be just getting the end product of whatever's left over before Apple relaunches the
new generation?
Yeah, the new generation of the iPad. Because you gotta think that, you know, they redo new generation every third quarter to a year.
Right.
So it's almost that time. So I'm assuming that they're just gonna get rid of Apple. What?
Does Target sell any Apple products right now? No.
This will be their one of their most expensive products and their only Apple product.
I just find it funny that they're starting with the iPad. You think because it's the
I'm surprised Walmart didn't jump on this real quick. Honestly.
That's true.
But yeah. All right, next topic. Studies show that more wives are heading to work. Published in the September Journal of Family Relations, researcher Mary Beth Mattingly and Kristen E. Smith of the University of New Hampshire found that wives are most likely to enter a job market or increase their hours when their husbands are out of work between May 2011 and May 2008. The women also 3 times more likely to enter the labor force than husbands who are working, 51% more likely to increase their hours. Pretty much saying because of the recession, especially for men, the article shows that 71% of men were laid off during the recession. More wives are picking up hours where they work, getting part-time jobs to put food on the table.
Yeah, I did some research and the women...
You came prepared?
I did.
Wow.
The women increase from, I only had statistics from 2008, but from 1998 to 2008, there's been a 13.4 increase in women in the workforce. I mean, that just goes to show you, like, women are taking the initiative, which, funny enough, I'm the only girl co-host here. But women are taking the initiative, and they're going out, and they're getting jobs and working and not just staying at home. And I think as a working mother, you know, you're doing double duty on everything. So I give credit to those moms who are working and doing all these things, literally putting food on the table. Because they're not only paying for it, but they're cooking it too.
Well, not all moms. Yeah. But I'm saying, no, well, in the beginning, it just started off, they just wanted more money in the household. They want more, like, better vacations, nicer stuff. And now, and the recession kicked in, it just happens to be that more men got laid off than women. And it just shows that there's a lot more wives working than men right now. But, I mean, it's turning into a woman's world, unfortunately.
Definitely has.
Yeah. All right, next up.
No comment.
So what did Donald Trump say to you today?
You're fired.
Next up, Netflix is adding SNL and other NBC shows to their lineup. They struck a deal to load streaming videos on the site the day after they air. They're airing all 35 seasons of Saturday Night Live and new episodes, as well as Order SVU, 30 Rock, Friday Night Lights, and a couple of sci-fi shows, which is owned by NBC, Sanctuary, Battlestar Galactica, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know whoever watches that channel. It's going to be good. I just don't know what the pay would be for people to purchase. I would assume that this is strictly just for online viewing, not through the mail.
I don't know.
Yeah, my guess.
Great.
You'd have to do it online. But my question is, with Hulu and the website's mostly giving you, the full episodes you can watch, who's going to pay for it when they can get it for free?
Exactly.
Right.
Maybe they're
On the
not.
internet.
Maybe it's not for pay. Maybe they're stepping into Hulu's territory. Hulu does offer a paying service. I think it's like $5 a month now, where they can get like bloopers and unedited and proper like HBO shows and stuff like that. I don't know how Netflix is gonna work it. I don't really understand why. I mean, if you have on demand, you really don't need this.
Well, that's what I was wondering, if it's like a cheaper alternative than having on demand. Like, I mean, if you're gonna watch, I personally would rather watch the old SNL, like with Chris Farley. And
Yeah, Will Ferrell,
Yeah.
when it was actually good.
It was funny.
Yeah.
You're like Down by the River. You see that episode?
Yeah.
And he's going like this.
What was he, like the therapist or something?
Yeah.
It's like, you got to go.
Living in a van down by the river.
Classics.
Oh,
Classics.
man.
Or even when Jim Carrey was on the show with Fire
Jim
Marshal
Carrey.
Bill.
That was not Saturday Night Live. That was Living Color.
Oh, right.
Yeah, wrong show.
Well, Netflix, you should get in Living Color too.
Next up, Habitat for Humanity announcing a new micro build for microfinance fund. United Nations announced that October 4th will be now known as World Habitat Day, and Habitat for Humanity is announced this week that they're building a microfinance fund for housing called Microbuild. It pretty much is focusing on meeting up, helping people with the funds of when they buy the house, loaning them in the right, giving them right rates. They'll be able to serve even more families, making financing available for housing improvements on affordable terms, pretty much. Which is great. I mean, I think it's something that's going to help out. I mean, there's already been a lot of foreclosures, so on the real estate aspect of this, it sounds good. I don't know. I'm just talking. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Anything that kind of helps out people in these troubled times is obviously going to be good, especially with the housing the way it is. Like you were saying, Al, is beneficial to give away so much money to try and improve the housing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think it's great. So you can go to Target on October 3rd with your iPad and then celebrate Habitat for Humanity Day on October 3rd.
I didn't.
And then October 7th, come to our launch party.
Next week is a huge week for everyone.
We're going to have the best week ever. Thanks, VH1. No, they're also providing loans for, they're helping with loans with land purchases, water, sanitation installments, and things like that. I mean, it's not just buying a home.
Yeah.
I find it funny on these houses that, what's the show with the total makeover?
Home extreme
Yeah,
home
extreme
makeover.
They don't talk about what happens afterwards. Like, they build these beautiful homes, but how do they heat and how do they provide for the families that are living in those houses?
Yeah.
So I think it's great, and I think that Habitat for Humanity is, although it's international, it doesn't often get a lot of buzz. So I think this is great to.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Springfield chapter and I believe Hartford chapter. Those are the two closest ones that we do have.
Mm-hmm.
So Google it and go find out more research. And if you want to participate, I'm sure they have sign-up sheets. I know they offered it when I was in college. So yeah, go check it out. Next up, bank fees. They've been increasing dramatically because of the Credit Card Act, or the Credit Act in general. They try to ban fees of overdraft, excessive late charges, blah, 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 blah. So now all the banks are increasing all their other fees to compensate for it. I'm just going to read off what they have here. Bank of America is planning on raise minimum balance requirements for the next 12 months. There also will be new e-banking checking account, which will be charged $8.95 per month if they opt to receive paper statements. So if you want a statement from Bank of America through the mail, get ready to pay $9 a month. Wells Fargo.
What does that even cover? Stamps.
Paper
are only,
costs?
what?
I don't know. What?
How many?
Someone
I
will
don't
put a
even know
stamp
what
on it every day.
Is. That's awful. How
It's
much
like
is a
49
stamp?
cents.
Oh, thanks, Jeremy.
It keeps going. Wells Fargo, which bought Wachovia, they're being charged higher fees. Receive canceled checks with their paper statement. There's $2 for every time that happens. Your overdraft protection is a 10 fee for every transfer that you make through savings and checking. Ridiculous. Citibank is changing its checking accounts this month and will now access monthly maintenance fees of up to $30, depending on checking account and whether the customers meet certain requirements. American Express has added $29 in fees to most of its cards as of July. The new fees affect customers with Delta, JetBlue, Hilton, Starwood, and other companies. So take all the money out of the bank and throw it in your mattress, pretty much, because this is.
No, don't.
I'm just kidding.
I condone
But,
that.
yeah.
You'll never be able to buy a house.
I would say go to a local bank. I think those are the best shots. Credit unions, these are most of the that were in this article are like the big ones.
Commercial bank things.
Yeah, I think you go to the local ones in Western Mass. Is Berkshire Bank, Hampden Bank, United Bank. Those are great banks. They offer a lot of free stuff and there's no fine print. So just go and research on that.
Well, another thing is that because the banking industry has become so cutthroat, you have to just negotiate these fees. I mean, if your bank's gonna approach you with this, they may want to keep you as a customer, so you may be able to negotiate. I mean, I would be afraid to do that, but you'd think it was just a standard.
Yeah.
But you may have that leverage because they want to keep you as a customer. And it's so easy to just transfer everything and go to another bank.
Yeah. Well, if people start moving to a smaller bank and a regional bank, they're going to be noticing that they're get a huge drop, and maybe they'll reconsider these because it's ridiculous to have all these fees and for the simplest things that we used to get for free. I mean, come on, just because you have a debit card, you shouldn't have to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, next up, life after Microsoft. Mashable had this article about 15 startups from people that used to work at Microsoft. I was going to run through the 15 real quick and we'll go over a couple of them. Cupertino, it's a dating service for Apple fans.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, if you're an Apple fan,
Get out of here.
Yeah,
It's
awesome.
like Match.com if you love Apple.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's funny, Apple's rival is Microsoft. So the person that used to work for Microsoft made a dating site for Apple fans.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It's gross.
So if you're playing on your Mac at 11 o'clock and you're single, Cupertino is the one for you.
Cupertino.
Yeah. Next up is Picnic. It's a photo editing website. Actually was just bought by Google. Shocking. Docverse, company was another ex-employee from Microsoft. Cranium, the board game. 2 people created it. Both of them, they met at Microsoft. Awesome game. One of my favorite games, actually. A lot of fun if you're playing the right people and you have the right drinks. If you're over 21. Stack Overflow. It's a question and answer site for programmers.
What?
Nothing. Glassdoor, it's a database of anonymously posted information on salaries, interviews, jobs, and it's funny, 441 posts are on just Microsoft interviews, and it gives you tips on Microsoft stuff. Number 7, Real Networks, Synform, Hawthorne Labs, Zillow, Valve, Corbis, iLike, which is social music discovery site, and Cashless.
So all these companies were created by people who used to work at Microsoft? Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
So yeah, I should have worked on Microsoft first, I guess. So I don't know, but this is all these are all multi-million-dollar making companies, startups. Cashless, the last one I just mentioned, is kind of like Groupon. It's actually very compared to Groupon. The people receive emails daily, so local deals, but not just to the mom and pop shops, which Groupon does. Cashless does it to everyone. Whatever you can get a deal.
And how do you spell it?
Kashles. And those are the 15 startups from ex-Microsoft.
I don't know if there's like a lot to say about Microsoft for all these people who have
Left.
and started their own companies. Obviously, there's some talented people.
Well, there's one actually. Which one is it? I'm messing up my notes right now, but Corbis, ex-Microsoft employee Bill Gates, created that one. Technically, he is an ex-employee, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Bill Gates doesn't work for Microsoft anymore.
No, where have you been? He left
I'm
like.
learning so many new things today.
Yeah, he left.
You know, they have the new guy who runs around, and goes crazy.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Anyway, Jeremy, thank you for coming on,
No problem.
and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Strictly Business. I'm here in the office of Ambiance HR, where we're doing our spotlight located in Agawam, Massachusetts. I'm here with the co-owners. Ladies, how did you start Ambiance HR?
Well, I owned Ambiance Wigs and Prosthetics, and I worked out of Southwick, and I just couldn't do what I was trained to do there. So Elaine and I got together and decided to start a new business. She's in marketing, and I'm trained to do the hair pieces and the wigs, and this is how it started. So we moved here, and we love our place. It's new, it's exciting, and we're happy.
So what services do you offer, so the people that don't know what you guys offer?
Well, we're more with we're considered a medical spa, and we deal with hair loss, and we deal with a lot of some of the disorders like trichotillomania and anybody who has alopecia, and they really have no private place to go. So this is what we're offering them.
That's great. So who are your typical clients?
It could be any age, male, woman, child. It has no boundaries on what we serve.
So your office, and I walked around before. It's very nice and serene. How would you describe the office?
Very comfortable. We want it to be very homey. We wanted it to be very private. We have a very small waiting room for a reason, because we do not want anyone sitting there except for someone who has accompanied somebody here. Other than that, the person goes right into their room and is treated and out. So it's very private. When you enter this facility, no one really knows where you're going, and this is the way we wanted it.
Oh, very nice.
Okay?
All right. So we'll be right back. You guys are gonna be probing me.
Oh,
No, wait, that did not come out right. You're gonna be checking out my phone.
We want to talk about cyber here.
Cyber hair.
We do need to talk about cyber hair, and we would like to bring in one of our clients,
Yes.
Eileen.
Eileen.
Eileen, hello.
Come on.
Eileen is a client of Ambiance HR. So what did you get done?
I've always needed hair replacement systems. Since I was a child, I suffered from trichotillomania, and I've tried many different hair pieces, and recently I've come to learn about the cyber hair, and I find it's the best hair I've had. It's easy, lightweight, breathable. It goes on easy, it comes off, it washes really nice, it's smooth, it looks natural, it blends in with my own hair, and I'm thrilled with it.
So how was your experience in here?
Oh, the actual facility is just beautiful, and like they said, they have created a facility that's very private and comfortable and service oriented, and I feel good when I come in that I'm going to be treated well. The service is terrific.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. All right, we're here with the esthetician of Ambiance HR. So what services do you offer to the clients that come in here?
Well, I can do intense pulse light photofacials, which is this. Basically what it does is a light goes below the skin, brings up any imperfections to the surface. They dry up and fall off in 7 to 10 days, and then your face will have a nice, smooth, even complexion like that.
Before, and that's the after.
Yeah, this is what happens the day after. I had a lot of freckling, and they came up to the surface, and then 7 to 10 days later, they dried up and fell off.
Oh, wow.
So that treatment is also good for a lot of things, rosacea, fine lines, wrinkles, and I also do the intense pulse light hair removal. I can't say that it's 100% permanent, but it's considered a semi-permanent procedure. And spider vein removal, Reiki, body wraps, facials, waxing, makeup, cranial massage, and I think I covered everything, right? Yes, hot stone therapy. Yes, hot stone therapy.
Oh, so this place has everything.
Yes. Well, we also offer too, one thing that's very important is we have this wonderful serum for your eyelashes and your eyebrows, and it helps to stimulate the growth if you happen to have alopecia and your eyebrows or the hair is under there, but it's not coming out. The serum will actually make them come out, and it's your natural eyebrows and eyelashes. It's fantastic.
Oh, wow.
So, anyways, that's it.
All right. We'll be right back. They're going to check how bald I'm getting. All right, I'm back here with the co-owners. They're going to be checking out my scalp and my follicles.
That's correct.
Wow, I got it right. And they're going to see how bad my baldness is aging me. So let's get to work. So do you guys want to talk about what this machine is and what you're doing?
All right, this is showing the scalp, and it's showing his healthy hair, and you can, as you can see, all the white serum that's on the bottom of the scalp there, that's prohibiting hair growth. So now we're going to go over to, and you can see the red. If you can see some of the red, that's the blood flow to the hair follicle.
Is that good or bad?
That's
That's
good.
good. That's
Okay.
a good
Because
but
if you look at this, okay, let's
But
go
see-
back, Laura. Okay, he's got nice, healthy hair, but again, too, with all the sebum that's all over his scalp, a lot of your stuff is caught underneath.
you can see these little thin.
Then pieces of hair, like right in here, they're underneath of that debris.
So I'm coming up to the kind of the top.
So where you actually see my baldiness.
Yeah,
Okay.
you like that one, right? So what we do is when you come in and you get into the laser program,
Mm-hmm.
every 4 weeks we take the microscope pictures and we document it.
The progress.
So what we want is those thin, fine hairs to be stimulated with the products and the laser. And that's how we produce new hair growth.
It is a multi-therapeutic approach. DNA approved products with the
Oh,
cool
look at
laser.
this.
Look at this. Look at this nonsense you've got up
no,
here.
what does this mean? What is that? Oh.
Look at you. You're all clogged. Your paws are all clogged. Your
Follicles.
follicles are all clogged.
Look at that.
Look at this.
It's gross.
It is.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely fired.
Now,
Yeah, you are
we're not-
fired.
We're not insinuating that your hair is dirty. It's just that it's got a lot of stuff, debris that's holding your hair back.
A lot of
Yeah, the gel's holding it
See?
back right now.
If you look at this picture up here of a follicle,
Okay.
okay, this is what we want your hair to look like. We want to open up that follicle and have the healthy hair come out of it. Okay.
So let's do this right on top.
Oh, look at all of it sitting underneath. It's not even going the right way.
I styled it that way.
All right. Okay, but look at all this, the light colored. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. See?
I know I have a little blonde in there too, or is that white?
No, that's
white,
the
that
debris.
white is the white is probably product that you put in your hair
Oh,
and
okay.
everything else like that. But
What
see,
is this strip right here?
that's probably a hair caught under the scalp. He just,
Look at this.
he-
No.
I kind of feel like it's the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of thing. They're in the bug. That's what I feel like I'm looking at.
yeah.
So what would
But
you
you-
do to help him?
Well, what we would do is we would use the products of this
Loss
company,
Clinic.
Hair Loss Clinic, and all of these products are FDA approved. And we have 2 different programs. You could either go into, depending on the hair loss, of the maximum hair growth, or you can do the minoxidil. So it just depends on the amount of hair loss. It depends on what you're looking to achieve and how long of a program that you go into, of how you would use the products. So with that and the laser, you know, within 3 months to 6 months, you should see a difference in the hair.
But it needs, you know, complete attention. I mean, it is a commitment. It's a commitment on our part and your part. You have to be in here twice a week. And you have to use the products as such, as we tell you to.
No,
It's not going to work.
Is it just for men, or is it men and women that can go
Men
through
and
this?
women.
Okay.
Men and women.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have 3 doctors on board who are with the company. So if we felt that we use 5% minoxidil, if we felt it's not stimulating enough hair growth, they would have a conference call with you and they would write a prescription to go to 10 or 15, depending on what you're trying to achieve and where you want to be.
You know, everybody has a different outlook on what they want their hair to look like.
Mhm.
And the comfort zone with it, so.
Good.
Mhm.
Ladies, thank you very much.
Well, thank
Thank you.
you.
And we'll be right back. Thanks for watching the episode. I want to thank the ladies of Ambience HR, located in Agawam. I want to thank Jeremy for coming on. It was a great episode, a lot of fun to shoot.
And also, don't forget to sign up for our launch party October 7th. And we will be shooting on Sunday at the,
T. Cripps Tea House in West Springfield.
yes.
So we'll see you guys next time. Bye.